Hello. I'm just bored at these intros and all, but this is R.D.G, and today it's another review for a Studio Series Deluxe Class 62 Soundwave. And yes, this is basically the worst Studio Series figure they've ever revealed. But the reason I bought it is because I don't give a shit. At this point, I just feel tired of this. I'm beginning to lose my own sanity at this. But I just need storage. I need storage. Please. So here we have Soundwave with the box art, but this is the Revenge of the Fallen, not Dark of the Moon Soundwave. Now, of course, I just wish the Soundwave we have has this kind of painting and sculpting, because this fucker looks better in the movies than right now in the freaking yeah, this guy looks even better. He looks even way more expensive. So let's see. In the box art, we get to see Soundwave, and yeah, it does look a little pathetic. It looks pathetic. So, of course, this always comes with this box drop, and it's from the Final Frontier of Space, from Revenge of the Fallen. And if you don't remember, this is kind of like the similar to the original movie in 2007, where Optimus, Ratchet, Ironhide, and Jazz fall to Earth via meteorites, or at least like in protoform state. But you get the picture. But hey, what are you gonna do? So this is actually how they do it. I just wish there was a satellite here somewhere so they could have, So let's get to Soundwave, the most ridiculous and stupidest. And I'm not going to say that because if you want to take a look at the other Soundwave down in the description below, and it's the Dark of the Moon Soundwave, not this one. So whatever. Okay, so here we got Soundwave. And I gotta say though, now that I have him, it's kind of disappointing. Especially since this is supposed to be this Soundwave. Oh boy. I mean, it just does not look good whatsoever. I have a lot of traits to explain and all, but let's just start it off with, well, let's just start with this review, shall we? This is gonna be a disappointment. The painting and the sculpting on this Soundwave it's plain and it's disappointing because this Soundwave is completely unmovie accurate to the movie. And yes, I am a little disappointed because this figure is a little disappointment as well. So let me try to lighten up the mood with a bit hits of another Donald Trump in South Park bullshit. Anyways, okay, I'm just trying to at least like keep it a straight face over this. Okay, so considering that this Soundwave is a little slight disappointment, like I said, with the painting, it's completely bland. It shouldn't be at least like a flat-ass gray. It should be a bit of silver, kind of like how this silver right here, a bit of a shine. Give it onto it. Do it to the whole body. I said the whole body, instead of giving us this astronautical gray. It just feels like a disappointment. It just, ugh. Man, it just feels disappointing. But of course, the circle around here is a launch pad for Ravage to shoot him off out to Earth. Unlike Donald Trump is Satan. And the only reason I'm saying it is because we see this. Oh, man. I'm sorry, that's just too funny because obviously, if you could tell, that was a maternity class. Trump and Satan on a maternity class. That is completely fucked. So obviously, everyone in South Park is not going to light up on Trump. They're gonna keep gaslighting him for the whole South newest season. Okay. Anyways, as I was saying, the painting, it just needs more paint. Give it a bit more of a deluxe. Like a bit of a shine. Give it some characteristic trait. make it look like he is actually looking into space instead of a cheap plastic toy of the Iron Giant. Yeah, I said that right. So, yeah. Because this Soundwave is completely inaccurate to the toy, which I never got because it looks completely different to this one. And somehow back then it looked better. And now, compared with this Soundwave, yeah, it looks a lot better. So, we're just going to have to deal with this Soundwave for now. Now, let us get to the sculpting of Soundwave, because the sculpting, however, yeah, it looks bad. Looks bad. Yeah, and if you look straight forward at Soundwave, you could tell, yeah, it looks weird. Yeah, the eyes look weird. The body structure's off. I mean, like, everything else is just, ugh, weird. Everything's not only weird, but completely inaccurate. Just, it just feels bad. Not like a good kind of bad, but it is bad. I mean, Soundwave, maybe. This Soundwave may be a bad figure, but at least they didn't. It isn't as bad as Trump's manhood. Obviously, in the episode of 6-7. If you know what that means, obviously his manhood is success. So, obviously, we're just gonna have to skip forward to the posability. So, obviously, for posability, he can look up that extremely well, but he can't look down. Of course, his head can be on the swivel for a limited swivel because of the neck. Arms can go full 360. They can, I don't know, go that far, but yeah, if you can move it like that, then yeah, it just does not look good. Obviously, no waist swivel because, yeah, this, I guess if you do that, then yeah, it does not look good. And I feel like I spoiled a part of the transformation. Fuck me. Hinge joint right here in the arm. Arm swivel. No wrist swivel. He can kick that far. Can go back that far. Got a good spread here. Take a knee. And finally, in the most awkwardest pivot ever, it felt like you're just splitting up his ankle. Ugh, it just feels weird. But first, there is one thing I also need to mention. And it's be careful with these. And yeah, these things are extremely tiny, and yet they fit here. They are kind of flimsy looking, like so flimsy, like a single tug can pull these off. But we also gotta mention with other accessories. Obviously, for this accessory, the only accessory you got is a stand. One simple stand. No other accessories, no blasters, not even a human satellite for Soundwave to hump on, or even a pod for Ravage. No, just a stand. That's the only accessory you get. And obviously, since Soundwave is a deluxe figure, we're going to have to do some size comparison with this figure. So the first figures we're going to size comparison with is the triplets. RC, Elita 1, and Chromia, also known as the RC sisters. The Autobot Jolt, obviously the Dark of the Moon Ratchet, but of course Ratchet has the same look, so what's the difference? The Desert Battle Ready Bumblebee. And finally, we have the Leader class Jetfire. But obviously, those are just the Autobots from not Dark of the Moon, Revenge of the Fallen. So here we got the Decepticons, like the trio of Constructicons I have to date: Scrap Metal, Hightower, and Scrapper. Then we have the Voyager, Revenge of the Fallen, Megatron. And then we have the Leader class Grindor, not Blackout figure. But we are going to do something even special with the Dark of the Moon Soundwave, with Laserbeak and Ravage. So that is it for size comparison time. So we are going to transform this Soundwave into the satellite mode. And yeah, you'll pretty much see it all, but I won't bring back Soundwave because that's all I need for the size comparison. So don't cry about it because you will see two Soundwaves. So we shall begin the transformation. And here we got Soundwave in the satellite mode. And with the help of these instructions, to be honest though, I don't think I should have the help of the instructions since the transformation's a bit cliche. But okay. So Soundwave satellite mode, it looks crappy, but if we bring back the stand, of course we bring it here, plug that into his ass, and then boom. Now it looks ish, because this is a satellite. Too bad they don't have like a Earth satellite to orbit with it, so Soundwave could just do some unnecessary things. But let's get to the stand. All I can do is like swivel like this with weak hinge joints on both sides. I mean, comparing this Soundwave satellite to this, it's a bit of an understatement. And it's more like it's unappreciated in the Studio Series instead. That is when they began to make their lazy writing on the creations on this. I hope they do make a premium finish for this Soundwave. I mean, I got nothing else to say except that we're just gonna have to skip this, size comparison because let's just say it's it's just disappointing to even talk about it. So we got Soundwave with all the Autobots from Revenge of the Fallen, and then we got Megatron with 3 of the Constructicons. Now, I kind of wish this Soundwave was a Voyager, so that way it would have the human satellite accessory, you know, for the interstellar spying, and also because Soundwave's a lot smaller compared to every Autobot, well, Jetfire specifically, and everyone else. So I'm guessing this is it for Soundwave. And yeah, it's quite a disappointment. I hope you all liked this video. Subscribe, comment down below. Don't forget to visit my Instagram and TikTok. Don't forget to ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss any more videos. And next week, we are doing Starscream. And yes, Starscream, the traitorous one and only seeker from Decepticon history. So, hope you all like this, and I'll see you all next week with Starscream. This is R.D.G. This is my final review.